Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And down right around the 37. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I can't help but laugh. And the only reason is anytime the backup breaks a big one like that, he's going to be hard to deal with in film, wanting to know why he's not getting starters carries.
That's what he's thinking. Great carry there. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Nick Chubb.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done from the safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do snap it to Keenum. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
This is Homer. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Wilson slings this out to Metcalf. Now a timeout taken.
Complete.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Going on the ground with Homer. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them. Injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Again, it's Homer. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Travis Homer as a ball carrier.
2nd and 12.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. A 3-yard pickup.
They'll run this with Homer.
2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 29 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bruce Irvin, his second sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
It's third down.
From the gun, Mayfield. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So on fourth down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind, they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now it's Wilson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Right, Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now they try the right side here. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly. And on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now a handoff looking right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play.
And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 2nd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception. His 3rd. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And he's able to...
Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning. the teens, 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition now.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 79 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's got room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
They'll take
that throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Chiefs.
Mahomes going to throw. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
Back at his own 8-yard line.
Here's Travis Homer, the former Miami Hurricane. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Operating from the gun. Wilson going from... and got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
48-yard line.
From the gun, Wilson, flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete.
On the throwaway.
Now that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
The ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Operating from the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf.
Yeah, baby, we coming again.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 52 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Get off the field.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 88 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to first and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Complete to number 87.
Travis Kelsey there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They'll try to draw. And he will not get there as the try for two is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point.
12.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
So that now back-to-back drive CD that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. And going deep for him. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, it puts so much stress on your defense trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him, and he did there.
Well, they just scored, they got the lead, and they decided to keep their foot on the accelerator, so to speak.
Scouting, scouting, scouting. They had to have seen something in their preparation for this game that told them in this situation, if they get the look they like, let's go ahead and go for it anyway. They like being bold.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that is caught by Watkins for a Chief touchdown.
To number 14,
Sammy Watkins, 55 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Butker now to kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? out. It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke, and he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. Third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. The quick slant caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Travis Homer. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Sack.
Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
It's now 3rd down.
From the gun, Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
48-yard line.
24 is the mark.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. Sideline, put down, put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone. Go. Sideline, touchdown, I put on the show. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Kick it and go. I had to kick off and go. Running it back, never a cap, out of the drought. Watching me ball, soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them off, talking my talk, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on, must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win, that's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine, never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hit them. Step on, spin, move, and zone, go, sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Step on, spin, move, and zone, go, sideline, a touchdown, I put on the show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Putting it down for that. Time I was down and out. Had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be. Playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast. A family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the gang now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now.
legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. We'll step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. We'll step on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it and go.
Prime time over grind game, over time's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me. All my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss. I ain't set up for defeat. 4 Giottos on the truck. I had a dream and it stuck. Living my life cause we up. Looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets. Struggle turned me to a beast. I'm out the chain, I'm out the leash. But baby girl, I play for keeps. Told my brother lately, I've been scheming against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, but how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call it. Timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run. Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 41. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 on the Seahawks.
A 2nd down run for Abdullah. And Abdullah lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on. The line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
1st and 10 and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They begin with a quick throw out left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 66 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Seahawks 7, Vikings 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner. A 3-yard gain on the play.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings nothing.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now a run with Cook. And the result here the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by the Seahawk defense. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. To throw is Cousins.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Irv Smith Jr., 34 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Rashad Penny.
Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
At the 41. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson, he's going to take off with it. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
18-yard line.
And when you get good yards like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd and a couple. Wilson, now he'll pull it down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Travis Homer in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's the
first half in the books. You're watching on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Pulls it in at the 13. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
39-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's taken down inside the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Seahawks, 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Rolling to his right. And he's got it. And he's brought down. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
That's another Seahawks first down.
To throw again is Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Travis Homer. He scored on the ground and through the air. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it. keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 24-yard line.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
By the Vikings.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They start the drive with Cook. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Cousins.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 38-yard line.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To the air again, it's Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 32 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Bailey got the extra point as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
42-yard line.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Wilson. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
Hendricks in on the tackle.
Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
A 46-yard attempt.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1-yard line.
Wilson wants to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A run there with Cook not going to be successful as he'll lose a couple of yards on 1st down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Kyle Rudolph.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
There defensively.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Vikings 14.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams